Hit confirmation is the most underrated aiming method in the entirety of the FPS genre, and it's the greatest tool you can use for landing perfect flicks every single time. Those who have never practiced hit confirmation will often find themselves missing easy shots, whiffing entire mags, and most unfortunately, deal with a constant battle of aiming inconsistency. I'm Zapper, the Immortal 3 Yapper. If you have never trained hit confirmation before, then you're in for a treat today. Last Sunday, I was scrolling through Reddit and saw someone chatting about a viral aim thread on X. And so obviously, I had to go check it out for myself. Hit confirmation. The underrated aiming method for landing perfect flicks every time. Generally, flicking technique is taught as being composed of two parts: a quick initial flick, and then, if needed, a smaller micro correction to land on your target. What's discussed far less often is what happens after. The moment composed of confirming the position of the crosshair, clicking, and then reinitiating the flick process, often called a hit confirmation. This skill is what makes good aim look like bouncing between points. And there's three main ways to train it. Number one, training on targets that force you to click within a small window of time. Number two, training on targets that don't penalize misses heavily, allowing you to focus on flicking and confirming rapidly. And number three, training using targets that force quick reactions. If this seems relatively unimportant, you can see the difference here between a player who uses the standard technique and one who's among the best at fast hit confirmation. Training the skill leads to a much higher ceiling, giving triggerbot-esque clicking if done right. Also, this doesn't purely affect clicking. The reactivity required translates very well into tracking and target switching skills as well, boosting processing speed as a whole. Interestingly, players who grind tasks that select for this, ones like Gridshot included, even if they aren't very efficient at training anything else, see the same reactivity benefit. Hit confirmation is the Swiss Army knife of aim practice, but consistently undervalued. Here are some in-game clips demonstrating a high level of hit confirmation ability.
Headshot.
Headshot machine.
Holy, I'm on like a 12 kill streak. What is happening?
And here's a short little hit confirmation playlist to train. I'll have the share code linked below for you guys, so just go check out the description if you need it. This post accumulated over 1 million views so far, so this guy must be onto something. But just to make sure, I'm going to train my hit confirmation right now with the playlist he provided in order to see how important hit confirmation actually is. When training hit confirmation, it almost feels like good aiming habits come more naturally. I'd assume this is because with bad technique, you may flick past the target or jitty your crosshair a bit, and that's going to make it harder to recognize when you're actually on target. After my warm-up, I decided to hop into Team Deathmatch in order to get a better feel for what hit confirmation is going to be like inside of Valorant itself. I will say, it's a bit harder practicing hit confirmation inside of Valorant because you have to worry about other things such as movement inaccuracy, gun recoil, but so far, I'm feeling more in control of my aim than I usually am. Pro tip from me, if you're ever aim training outside of Valorant itself, just try to give yourself some time to play at least like one deathmatch afterwards. This just helps better translate how it feels to play aim trainer and allows you to like transfer your aim gains into the game a little bit easier. Because, you know, while aim training is similar, it's not going to be the same as playing Valorant. Now for what you've all been waiting for. I will now be taking my newly trained skill of hit confirmation into ranked.
Yeah.
Spike down A.
One heaven.
I'm not gonna.
I can smoke again for you.
I'm gonna.
10 seconds left. Last player. Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Low.
Nice.
Over you.
Bring me down.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
There's like 5 here. We may want to leave. Okay, catch our. Char's clear.
Heaven and deep.
Last player standing.
A.
Smoking.
I'm gonna dog showers.
It's not a one-way. Smoke.
Showers clear.
52 brimstone.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Oh my god.
I can flash backside.
One enemy remaining.
People flashing.
What the fuck?
Last player standing. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Oh, you're the best.
Oh my god, Mason, you're so hot!
One enemy remaining.
That's on the right.
Enemy spotted A.
They have showers.
My territory. Spike down A. Like I never left. One enemy remaining. Down here. Target down.
Mid you.
Spike down B. One enemy
60.
remaining.
Nice.
So, what's the official Yapper rating for the effectiveness of aiming technique, hit confirmation? I give it 10 out of 10.